HBCU All-Star Game.
Out in the heart of Harlem at the legendary Holcomb Rucker Park. Some inspiration from Biggie Smalls.
When I think of Biggie Smalls, really, there you go. When we were thinking about putting this event together, that song just about how people didn't believe, how people didn't trust.
But before HBCU hoops went crazy at the Rucker, the All-Star started the day on 124th and Frederick Douglass, where black college basketball's finest loaded up on a bus for a tour to Big Apple. The crew went downtown to Times Square, where the magnitude of New York City is always on full display.
I don't care what you're doing. You're playing 21, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. You got to compete, play hard. We got great talent in HBCU, every levels. And, like I said, I'm glad to be coaching these young men. I got some talented young men on my team, and who we play against is just awesome.
And when you pull up to Rucker Park on a Saturday afternoon in the summer, it's a vibe that can't be described.
Excuse me. To come. Got it. Good move, Dejo. Help up, ladies. Rejected. Access denied.
Oh, yeah, it was a vibe out here. You know, every time we in New York, we turn up. That's the only way to go.
Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I'm your host, Glenn Poole Harding, and today we're sitting with the founder of the HBCU All-Star Game, Mr. Darryl Roberts. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Glenn, how you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Listen, man, I heard you've been doing a lot of terrific things with this All-Star Game. My guy, Dave Cordova, what up? Dave Joint told me about this like last year. He was telling me about it. He's like, yo, Poole, you got to get up there, man. It's a great thing to support. And then I meet you today.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're here at the Aloft Hotel, which is our new spot here in Harlem. So make sure y'all come and support. How long y'all been doing this All-Star Game?
So this is the third year for the HBCU All-Star Dream Classic.
Right.
We started in 2023. And we looked at it to be an opportunity to highlight and showcase historically black colleges and universities. And we're doing it at a time where we pretty much have a blank canvas. There's nothing really going on in college sports during the summertime. Baseball is over, they're waiting for football.
Right.
So here's an opportunity for us to bring in 40 of the best HBCU players from all over the country. This year, they will be representing 28 different HBCUs.
I think it's a great time, man. I know when I was coming to some of the greatest players that played, especially in the NBA, who I used to look up to, came from HBCU, right? And then time has kind of changed, but I think this is a great platform to highlight these players and show their skills and what they bring to the table.
And not only do they have an opportunity to show their skills, but when we bring events like this to New York, we bring the entire HBCU culture. So not only are you going to have two great basketball games, a women's game and a men's game, but you're also going to have the cheerleaders, the bands, the Greek step shows. We got 3 of the best food trucks in New York City there. This year we've also partnered up with the USTA, so we're going to have a mini tennis tournament on the handball courts in the back. And it's standing room only, triple parking on the street. And it's an opportunity for people to really come out and see what HBCUs are all about.
Just tell people, especially, my assistant, Mr. Andrew Guerrero, right? He's young, he's going to be a senior next year, and he's going to think about going to college. Can you give him an idea of what the HBCU experience is like, and maybe he'll think about considering going to one of those schools?
So, look at an HBCU as like going to the biggest family reunion party that you could ever go to. But one of the things I always tell people about HBCUs, whether you go to Howard, whether you go to Hampton, whether you go to Morehouse or Lincoln, when you go to an HBCU homecoming, it's like going to a family reunion. And going to an HBCU, and I'm a graduate of the Lincoln University. Whenever I go back to homecoming, it's like family. And really, for people that have attended an HBCU, your network is so vast. I don't think that there's a city in the United States I could go to or a country in the world where I'm not going to connect with somebody who either went to my HBCU or went to another HBCU.
Man, I went to Fairleigh Dickinson University, and I'm gonna tell this story real quick, man, because I have some doubt in my mind about what would have been like if I would have at least gave it an opportunity. Back when I was getting recruited, the coach from Hampton University would call me consistently. And back then, you talking about early 80s, man, like early to mid 80s, or mid 80s, right? It wasn't a thing to go to because everybody was talking about D1. Not saying that the HBCU wasn't D1, but it wasn't promoted to us the right way, right? And if I would have had someone to kind of open my eyes to the situation, maybe I would have gave them that opportunity because it was Fairleigh Dickinson, Connecticut, Boston College, Jacksonville, Indiana State. There's no way I shouldn't have even, just not even considered them. Right? And as a grown man now, when I look back all these years, I always said, what if I would have gave Hampton University the time of day to just go see, even if it was an unpaid visit, just to go down there and check it out.
That's a great point because when you take a look at the event itself, that's one of the ingredients that is providing for the youth of today. It's giving them an opportunity to say, wow, I could go to an HBCU. And I could play ball like this. I mean, when you see the tournaments like the CIAA,
that's right.
The CIAA is one of the most exciting basketball tournaments, if not the biggest, in the country.
It's an event.
Okay,
it's not just a basketball game. It's an event.
No question. It's the whole week.
Right.
You got parties, you got games, you got educational initiatives going on. Because the beauty of events like that is you're able to catch up with people, but you're also able to do some learning while you're there at the venue. So so as we wind that film forward, kids, unlike in your era, in my era, they have an opportunity to see an event like this on August 9th, where they'll see 40 of the best HBCU players. They'll see alumni from schools like Hampton, like Lincoln, like Morgan, like Howard there, and they'll be able to go back to their parents or their coaches and say, listen, make a phone call. Make a phone call to the coach at that HBCU and see if you can send in my tape. Maybe I can get an opportunity to play there.
And you want to get into sports management, right? So, not to give out all his business, but Mom goes to Columbia. I was like, what? Columbia would be a great school. He was like, yeah, it's a great school, but they don't have sports management there, right? So, and I know there's a few schools that have sports management in the HBCU. Look, I just want to be able to kind of, help these young men out any way I can, because he's the next generation coming up. And I think once he gets a look at the HBCU experience, because I experienced it. I've been to Howard Homecoming, I've been up to Lincoln, I party at some of the best. Hampton University, I've been down there and I know what it's like. I think August 9th, right?
August 9th. Yeah.
He'll be able to witness something that maybe he may consider when it's time for him to go to school.
Yeah, it's a special opportunity. We're happy to do this event every year. We have good support from the community, sponsors, individuals like yourself, being able to broadcast and get the word out. Because prior to 2023, there wasn't anything like this to kick off the beginning of the school year. And that's very important, the time of year that we do it. Kids are getting ready for back to school, and there's an opportunity to plant that seed, add a little fertilizer, give them something to think about as they go into the school year.
So once again, tell everybody the date, the time, and when it's going to be held, and if they can purchase their tickets in advance, give everybody the spiel.
So it's going to be August 9th at the Rucker Park. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Just go to HBCU All-Star Dream Classic on Eventbrite. The tickets are free while they last. Last I checked, there were a few left. So get your tickets on the Eventbrite site, and I'll see you there on August 9th at Rucker Park.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Great meeting you, and let's make it happen.
Same here, no question.
All right?
Thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all there. August 9th, Rucker Park. It's Glenn Harding, BASKETBALLHEADZZ Live. We out. Peace.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah. You have just now